All right, before we go inside, I want to let you guys know what we're talking about today. We're talking Jefferson County schools, a golf course right in your backyard. We're talking about the mountains in your front yard, maybe your backyard, depending on the direction of your home. We're talking Toll Brothers, living by the water. We're talking an ice stadium. Yes, all of these things live right here in Ken Caryl Ranch. Before we get to the rest of that, let's take a look inside one of the new Toll Brothers and see what you guys think. All right, Ken Caryl Ranch. Now that you guys have seen a little bit of one of the flagship Toll Brothers out here.
That's right.
Let's talk more about the details in regards to where we're at specifically.
Yes, so we are located as far west as you can get in Colorado without actually having to go into the mountains.
We are located, if Denver were a clock, and up north we're like Fort Collins, straight 12 o'clock. We are about as far 9 o'clock as you can get. Right. Before you literally start driving into like your smaller mountains per se, I guess we could
the foothills.
This is almost what you would call a gateway to the Rockies.
Yes, yeah. Great word for it, yes. So what's unique about this area here makes this very, very special because there have been no new builds in this part of town for probably about 10 or 15 years.
And they've got a little creative with it as well, right? Like part of where the clubhouse is located, you literally have to travel under the highway into like that little valley area. We're gonna show some of that as well. But just a really cool tucked away nook, I guess you would
call it like a pocket neighborhood.
Pocket neighborhood, nook. Nook sounds a lot more cozy if you ask me.
Yeah.
The reason why we get so excited about this is a lot of you have seen like our Sterling Ranch videos. If you have not seen our Sterling Ranch videos, take a look. If you have questions on that, definitely throw us a message. There's a number popping up down below right now. We can get you guys area guides or relocation guides specifically to this area or Sterling Ranch. But definitely watch those videos. But Sterling Ranch, really good.
Yep.
The only thing about it is it's a little bit further south off the beaten path than people.
You're tucked away.
Right, you don't have as much commercial as far as like just general shopping, like the schools aren't quite as built. So there's still a lot of travel. This nook that we're in right now is literally surrounded by a lot of pre-existing Colorado neighborhoods, Colorado commercial. So you've got everything you need. They just found a little creative way to put this right inside of it. The views are amazing. You literally back up to golf course or you back up to the mountains. And if you don't back up to the mountains, then you're probably facing the mountains. Either way, sunsets are gonna be amazing out here.
That's right. Within this community, you're looking at just about 250 homes. It is split between two builders. So we're at Toll Brothers right here, right now. And the other builder is Lennar, okay? Toll Brothers only has 105 homes here and they are selling out quickly. Toll Brothers has two different collections. You're looking at Vistas, which start at a base price of about $730 to $750. Or you're gonna finish in the 900 to low millions. And then you're looking at the Outlook collection, which is what we're in right now. And these are gonna go for $1 million to about 1.4 max.
On the high side, we've seen things as far as like the lady that runs the design center, seen things as high about as 1.4. Your biggest one total, if you include a basement, would be like 5,300 square feet. I think it's 38 total above square foot finish. Like Lennar, great product, great home. We've had a lot of great experience with them with a lot of our clients. I personally live in a Toll Brothers in South Shore, as you guys know. We've always been a big fan and supporter of Toll Brothers as well. So couldn't be better builders out here unless you wanted it to go like super custom with a workshop or something like that where they're 100% custom homes, significantly more expensive, but great products in such a great spot.
It's true. Why we wanted to highlight this area specifically is because it's almost brand new. They just opened up their first lots. They didn't even have models available, but they just opened up their first lots in October of 2024. We're now in July of 2025. With this being such a unique area as far as location and new builds, we had to get out here fast before they sold out. If you're looking at the overhead drone footage, you're gonna see that the neighborhood still looks new. There's a lot of dirt. They haven't even started putting in landscaping or anything like that for a lot of these homes. They are gonna have some central community parks located right here, but for the major community centers, clubhouses, pools, and all that, you're gonna have multiple to choose from that are part of the extended Ken Caryl Ranch neighborhoods.
You've also got equity, right? Colorado as a whole has great equity in homes. We've always held at least 30% more than like the rest of the country. As a whole, I'm blanket statementing there, depending on each pocket neighborhood. We can get into specifics once you guys make phone calls to us. But overall, Colorado holds a ton of equity here. But when you are early adopters, as far as like new builds, if you buy a new build, you're probably going to have a couple years before you really start showing some equity because it's a new build, right? And you've got the design center that you purchased with it and all of those things. However, if you're an early adopter of some of these communities, by the time this whole area is finished with the other community centers, with all the parks, the last home is done and finished and built, and you're an early adopter, sometimes putting up with a couple construction trucks and some bobcats, et cetera, is worth it because of the price point you were at when you got it. A lot of times price points tend to increase over time as big developments like this finish.
Yeah, homes in this neighborhood, they're not going to get cheaper from here. That's for sure.
Especially with these views.
Huge benefit to being early into the neighborhood. One thing I want to talk about is who is this neighborhood going to be ideal for? I would say personally, this is going to be ideal for people that are nature lovers, that are looking for quick proximity to mountains. Maybe you're planning on spending a lot of time out there, but you don't want to have to deal with mountain living. Correct. And people that want proximity to nature, but still want to be 5 minutes from a grocery store, 2 minutes from a gas station.
Accessible to Uber Eats. Yes. We love Uber Eats. Pizza on Friday night. That's always fun. It's a little bit further to get south as far as like going all the way to Colorado Springs because we're so 9 o'clock. You've got to kind of take 470 around the bend. If you guys are looking at a map right now, 470 is taking around the bend all the way to 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then down south. However, you're right up against the mountains. There's probably not a huge need for you guys to go down to the Springs unless it's work or something specific. But you do have a great, that was loud. But you do have a great shot off of 470 up north to Boulder.
Man.
Or directly west, I mean, literally into, you name it, Breckenridge, Arapahoe Basin, Aspen, like you name it, you guys are right on the cusp of everything. For example, like July 4th is tomorrow, so by the time you guys see this, the 4th of July will be over, but there's a lot of traffic in and out of the mountains, especially for the holidays when you live this close. I mean, you guys could shoot up early morning, miss a lot of that traffic. You're just in a good spot, really cool.
Yeah, you're gonna shave probably 30 minutes off of your travel time to the mountains one way, depending on where else you might live in the metro area. And I'm glad you brought up 470 because we are nestled right up against 470, but, and you can see that from the drone footage here, we're not so close that you're going to hear highway noise, right? We are pushed far enough away to where that's not gonna be a bother to you.
And you're tucked down, you don't even really see
right.
We do have some new developments that we've talked about. I'm sure you, don't quote me, I can't remember the name of it, but down south on your way to Castle Rock, there are some new builds there.
Yep.
You drive through the little farmhouse on the bridge.
Yeah, Castle Pines, yeah, the canyons.
On the east side of the highway. You can see the highway from there. There's a little bit of road noise. Not terrible, not any deal breaker or anything like that, but you can still see the highway. Here, you are literally tucked down in a way. You can't hear it, you can't see it. Really cool how they did this.
But if you're not familiar with 470, why it's important to be close to that is because, like Will said earlier, you can jump right on 470, take that up to Boulder, up north. You can take it up north to Denver, or you can take it all the way around up north, straight out to the airport. Or if you're gonna be heading down to the Springs, you just take it down south and it'll loop you all the way past I-25. And then we are actually going to do, so stay tuned, a Google Earth and Google Maps version of this so we can show you exactly where we're at and what all of your ins and outs are gonna be regarding the highways.
Not we, he is gonna be top. You guys always know how like he's like Tom Cruise and Maverick, right? In Top Gun, like. You guys should see his setup when he actually starts setting up his computer. It's amazing. I'll be with some of our clients that actually just moved here from Canada, all the way from Toronto. Amazing folks. They just bought in like the Cherry Hills Village area. I don't want to get too specific, but they're amazing clients. They've got an amazing home. We're going to go drop off some Rocky tickets for them for the 4th of July game. And just their first night in Colorado, being able to celebrate America's independence, some fireworks with kiddos. Going to be more excited. So he's going to be doing smart guy stuff. I'm going to be doing client stuff. But either way, before we get to all of that, let's talk Jefferson County schools.
That's right. So Jefferson County are always within the top 5, often the top 3 best schools in the Denver metro area.
Right, just for reference, you guys will see Cherry Creek School District 5 that you'll see, which is out where I live, like the Southeast Aurora area that you guys will see, also parts of Centennial. So you'll see Cherry Creek School District pop up a lot. You'll see Douglas County pop up a lot. You'll see Boulder County. Typically Boulder County is like the #1 district all the time.
Yep.
It's really hard to live in and out of Boulder, don't get me wrong, we love and appreciate Boulder, but as far as like the Denver metro, I don't think we count Boulder as Denver metro. It isn't as bad to commute from Denver as people think, but it's just outside what we would consider Denver metro. But for Denver metro, Jefferson County, always one of the top.
And in addition to the benefit of, being in this new build neighborhood of new homes and all the good things that come with that, the biggest thing right now that is drawing a lot of our clients to new builds are the lender incentives that they're able to offer. Now, we can't quote exactly what they're offering right now because it could vary depending on the time that you watch this, but they are much, much, much lower than your average standard rate that you're...
Yeah, they are. And just to keep you guys open-minded as far as like pre-existing homes as well. I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of equity in Colorado. What does that mean for you as a buyer? Yes, it doesn't mean that you're just buying a good product here, of course, but it also means the sellers, because they've got equity in their home, they can get creative. We've got some clients right now that just got $25,000 for a 2-point buy down. I think it was just a little bit more than that because I think the home was 1.8 or 1.9. Eagle Bend.
Yes.
I also did the same thing on my house and I got a 2-point buy down as well. So what I'm getting at is whether it's new builds and great incentives, or if you guys are looking at pre-existing, depending on the homeowner, what they're able to do, what their needs are, a lot of them are okay to throw concessions at a rate buy down for you, bringing it down 1, sometimes even 2 full points. So when it comes to negotiating those deals and everything like that, we have you guys covered. There's a lot of things that you guys can do.
That's right. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to show you a little bit more of this particular home. So if you're not familiar with Toll Brothers, you're going to get a real good feel for their designs, their finishes, and the overall layouts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head out and we're going to check on one of the community centers that is actually through the valley on the other side of 470. That's going to be absolutely beautiful. So stay tuned for that. And then we're gonna be jumping on Google Maps and showing you.
No, I'm a little jealous how good he is with Google Earth. Not a lot of folks can do that, but what I can do is pop that number back up below and remind you guys that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number is still below. We are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you with anything in Colorado, we'd love to. If you guys want relocation guides, area guides, or anything specific to Lennar and Toll Brothers for this specific area, call us, text us, email us. We'd be happy to help.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, let's dive into it, and we'll see you here in just a second. So this particular home here is the York model by Toll Brothers. It's going to feature 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and over 4,000 square feet, in addition to a 3-car garage, and it is 2 stories plus a basement. Now, one of the things we love most about Toll Brothers is that you're going to have a lot of these modern custom designs and finishes that you're just not going to see with a lot of the other builders. In addition to that, you're going to have these really tall ceiling great rooms, which are great in Colorado with all that natural sunlight coming in, some great light fixtures that we've got there. Let's go ahead and check out our dining room or office. You can option either one of these through Toll Brothers. And then we'll go ahead and head upstairs here to where you're going to find the rest of the bedrooms. Now, one of my first favorite things here is this open loft design here, which is great for kiddos, where you can have extra toys or just an additional working space if you need additional office. Now here we've got one of the guest bedrooms or kids bedrooms. All of the bedrooms in the York model are going to have their own ensuite attached bathroom. And just look at these views that you're going to get out here in Ken Caryl Ranch. Coming through here, let's go ahead and check out the primary bedroom on the other side of the house. Again, you're gonna find tall, expansive ceilings, tall door frames. They've got this built-in bar here. I've also seen our clients put in a fireplace here in the primary room if they would like. Now coming into the bathroom here, Toll Brothers is notorious for their big bathtubs and big showers. So you have the double vanity, you have the tall frameless walk-in shower, really large walk-in closet as well. Going to check out a couple of the other kids' rooms here. Again, each bedroom has its own attached bath. All right, now heading back downstairs, let's check out the kitchen. So you'll see this built-in refrigerator. You've got this commercial grade cooktop and hood. Beautiful backsplash. High-end cabinets, large walk-in pantry, large island as well, which overlooks your main eating area and great room as well. Now up here, we do have an additional bedroom with attached bath. This is on the main level, just outside that office or dining room. So for those of you guys that are looking for a bedroom on the main level, York is going to be the model for you. All right, so now let's go ahead and take you guys over to the map to show you guys exactly where we can find Ken Caryl Ranch within Colorado. Now, as we see here, right in the center of the map, we have Denver. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna head down southwest from Denver. Let me zoom in here a bit, and we're going to come down to this area right here. We've got Ken Caryl here. Parts of Ken Caryl are in Highlands Ranch. Parts of Ken Caryl are in Littleton. As we zoom in here, right off of 470, we're gonna see Ken Caryl Ranch North Plains. This is where the Toll Brothers development is, okay? So you can see here, we're just sitting here underneath the golf course. We have this fairly small pocket of homes here. That's why we refer to this as a pocket neighborhood. You're also gonna see we're located right here off of 470, which if I zoom out, just as a reminder to you guys, 470 is the road, the highway, that is going to take you all the way up here to the north side that will come up to I-70 where you can head out into the mountains. It's going to come down on the south side underneath Ken Caryl. And then this is where we're going to transition to east and west. And then this is going to take you all the way out to the airport as well. 470 is going to be a main highway that you're probably taking every single day if you live out here. You can get a little bit of traffic out there. I'm going to come out here a little bit further and talk about this just a little bit more because this is important. And what you're going to find here, you've got I-25, which is our main north-south highway, dividing the state pretty much right down in the middle. And then you've got the 470 loop that kind of makes this horseshoe shape right along here. And again, the property we're featuring today is Ken Caryl Ranch right here at the red X. Now, everything on 470 that is west of I-25 is going to be free. There's no toll to get on this highway. They do, however, have a toll lane that you can pay for because you will get quite a bit of traffic here throughout the east and west portion. So that toll lane is super helpful. And then what's important to know is that on the east side of I-25, this stretch of 470, this is all toll roads. Okay, so you're gonna have way less traffic here. You're pretty much gonna have people, traveling just up to Denver or Boulder or the airport most likely. So again, if you plan on being on the east side of 470, plan on paying a toll. You plan on being on the west side where Ken Caryl Ranch is, it is free. But if you want to bypass the traffic, you can opt into the toll lane. All right, now coming over here to Google Earth, let's go ahead and zoom in because I want to show you guys exactly what this looks like. So starting off, you're going to see right here where they've already started excavating the land. This is prior to them building. But look at what a small, little neighborhood this is. Again, this is exclusive. This is kind of one of one neighborhood because again, they don't really build out here anymore, right? So this is very unique to get a nice new Toll Brothers single family home this close to the mountains and the foothills. So let me go ahead and go 3D mode here, and we're going to zoom in a bit, and I'm going to pivot this around so you guys can see just what some of the landscape looks like out here, because this is what makes this property so unique. So here's our development that we've got right here. Okay, you've got 470 running up along the west side. And then you have this road here that is going to cut through what they call the hogback right here, this big sort of ridge line that you've got here, which is a very, very cool, very Colorado landscape. And then the community center, as you come through this road, is located just on the west side of I-25. And this is the main community center that you're going to have out here for Ken Caryl Ranch that you're going to have access to. So you've got a big rec center, fitness center, you've got tons of tennis courts, and then you have a big, very kid-friendly pool with some cool like water slides and stuff like that for kiddos. But as I zoom out here, I really wanted to get on Google Earth for you guys just to really show you how close you are to the beautiful red rocks. Look at these trails that you have out here. I mean, quite literally in your yard. And when we say you're close to the mountains without having to be in it, this is exactly what we mean, guys. Because as soon as you go over the highway here, you feel like you're living in the mountains. So you're 5 minutes, if that, maybe 3 minutes from this community center and these mountains and trails. So when we're talking new build homes with this sort of proximity to trails and real hiking and nature, guys, this is such a unique opportunity out here, and they are selling out of these homes fast. So this is one where if these key features that we talked about today are going to be important to you, man, definitely something that you want to dive into as soon as possible, because they are about 40% sold out. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video today. And just a quick reminder for you that we are licensed real estate brokers here in the state of Colorado. So as much as we love making these videos, we'd love more to help you with your real estate needs. So there's a phone number popping up on the screen below. Give us a phone call, text message, or email, and we'd love to jump on a quick Zoom call with you and see how we can help make your move to Colorado easier. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day.
Yeah.